a seat if you'd like, Dad. Come.
Ask! Post! Post!
Family, thank you all so much for being here. You're a great family. You're a large in number and honorable people, and we have much to thank these people for our very lives. Thank you so very much for being here and sharing in this moment with us. I know I have been taking notes for months, and right now none of it seems to matter. Mom and Dad are honorable people. They were noble people. They're people of ideals and youthful of zeal to have a family and show their love for God, the country, and especially their family. And each of you is proof positive of that. The things that they shared with us, the things that they passed down have been rich and deep. They were raised in a different era than what we're currently living in, but they had so much right, so much good, so much godliness that they did pass down to each and every one of us. I'm going to consult my notes just a minute so I don't get a little overdone. Oh, saying good morning to everybody who's here, but also on behalf of Mary, Janet, Tom, and myself, we're all grateful that you're here. This means more than you know to honor the life and legacy of Mom and Dad. As Dad's body is finally laid to rest in this beautiful place, Mom's ashes are tucked under his arm, close to his heart. Their story took decades to make. We only have a few minutes here, but from the time I was very tiny, I heard the word Quantico. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something Dad was very proud of. The place where he met Mom as a result of living in the Washington, D.C. area, and a place where he became a Marine officer. He was very pleased with the opportunities that he had been given and very excited about the life that he had to share. This place seemed mysterious and mystical, even magical when he spoke of it. It was intriguing to me because of the special joy the memory of it made for Dad. He spoke so reverently and delightedly of this place where he became a Marine officer. So Mom and Dad took his commission and went to Camp Pendleton for their honeymoon from their Pennsylvania wedding. Had me move back to this area and had Tom, Janet, and then we moved to the suburbs of Manassas, and Mary was born. I started first grade there. In a way, we've returned home today. Dad loved the space program, and when the opportunity opened, we followed to Huntsville and ultimately to Cape Kennedy. Dad and Mom embraced adventure. Their love for God, country, and family fueled their enthusiasm for life. They were innocent, brave, and idealistic. Sorry. Dad worked 2 jobs when I was tiny up in the Washington, D.C. area. People's Drug Store in the evening, where Mom would occasionally haul us to visit him at work. He was a cheerful, fun-loving, God-honoring man. Serving as an usher in the Little White Steeple Church in Manassas, as he passed the basket, I remember excitedly calling "Daddy" and walking on the cushioned pews. He was my hero. He was big, he was strong. I was handicapped, and he made me feel so safe. We had a good life. You know, we were raised without air conditioning in the beginning. fresh air at night came in the windows, and especially when we lived with orange blossoms in the spring. We used to get ices. Dad always wanted to stop for the ices when they came out on the way home from the beach. They'd take us to drive-in movies for a while. When we were little, there were double features, one for the children until they went to sleep, and then one for the adults. Things like Bridge Over the River Kwai and It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World. I remember peeking over. They were not of interest to me. But Mom would bathe us, get us in our jammies, stick us all in the car with a big brown paper sack of popcorn, and we were off to the movies. That we loved watching Dad light up about the space program more than I think we cared about it at the time. He would have us all excited, like, come out, get away from the TV, this is history. Come on, see the rockets are going up. But I remember when we were little, having the fireworks celebration at the base of the monument with our blanket on the ground, the Washington Monument. They would take us to zoos, the Little Rock Zoo, the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. Dad even took us on a camping trip in a cabin in Huntsville where they found a scorpion, and after they showered us all and put us to bed, they were checking us for ticks, and there was actually a scorpion in there, but he was the only Marine among us, and so he was thinking it was all cool, showed us the jar and everything in the morning, what to watch for. He was the naturalist, and we were all just there. But anyway, they really did take us out a lot to have fun times. His favorite thing of everything, I think, was Florida. Everything Florida. Even in the Everglades, taking us on he loved the national parks and taking us on a national park camping trip to the Everglades, where we tried to eat our dinner with gnats swarming around our faces. Dad was happy. The rest of us were struggling. So, one of the camping trips he took us on, I think we had a 6x6 tent and 6 people. To prevent leaking, we were told not to touch the sides. I was turning into a teenager and was miserable because I was so envious Tom and Janet could take their shirts off, and it wasn't my turn to do that anymore. But in the morning, Tom and I got up early to find that in the storm, trees had fallen down around us. And we just got to peruse the countryside. We walked through, I don't know if you remember this, the Juniper Springs with the beautiful blue water and canoes. It was like a fairyland. Anyway, we had the benefit of so much fun that they enjoyed giving us. And Dad especially, whether it was going to the library to get stacks of books on chess, fishing, poker, he loved to just teach us fun things. And we loved basically to learn until we started recognizing that, I don't know, maybe it wasn't everybody else that lived like that, and maybe there were other things we were supposed to be doing. But Dad never lost his personal zeal for learning, and we have come to appreciate everything he taught us. Anyway, he always had a twinkle in his eye, in love with Mom and adoring his children. He was a favorite of my friends for providing the sense of fun that some homes lacked. His enthusiasm for using resources like lakes and parks and beaches was a treasure that we now realize he put a lot of planning into. Back to the story about Tom and I walking around. We had freedom to roam and explore to the fairy garden of Juniper Springs, on the blue streams. We saw the eclipse in 1969, I believe it was. There was a problem with the car along the way. We stopped at a mechanic shop while racing to be in position at the campsite in time to use our box to see the eclipse. While Dad worked hard to provide private education for us as he could, we were basically homeschooled, better by them than anything else I remember. Their love for learning and life blessed our beautiful lives with opportunities. The little sentence left here. Thank you for your patience. This is never easy. It's shocking that we're actually doing this, even though you know it's coming and you're ready. Ethan and Mary for the tireless love and support, and Stacy and Deborah and Wendy for your tireless love and support. Mom loves Stacy's fish. Wendy would give Dad treats. Oh my goodness, we heard the stories. They were so happy with you guys. Thank you. And I've got Robert Owen Hale, his namesake. I hope I'm not leaving anything out that I should be covering, but we've done our best to know how to honor our parents, and we're just so thrilled with the Marines are caring to let us do that too. I want to say being born can be a rough introduction to a perfect God in his fallen world. But I'm ever grateful that I had a daddy who showed the way to the perfect Father and life with him forever. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jackie. That was great, wonderful memories. I just want to read you a few verses. Job 1:21. Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. 1 Timothy 6:7 tells us, For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Ecclesiastes 3:20 tells us all go into one place. All are of the dust. All turn to dust again. Ecclesiastes 12:1-7. Remember now your Creator in the days of your youth, before the difficult days come and the years draw nearer when you say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun and the light, the moon and the stars are not darkened, and the clouds do not return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house tremble and the strong men bow down, when the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look through the windows grow dim, when the doors are shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, when one rises up at the sound of a bird and all the daughters of music are brought low. Also, they are afraid of height and of terrors in the way. When the almond tree blossoms, the grasshopper is a burden, and desire fails. For man goes to his long, eternal home, and the mourners go about the streets. Remember your Creator before the silver cord is loosed, or the golden bowl is broken, or the pitcher shattered at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the well. Then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. Our final reading, Psalm 23. If you know it and you'd like to say it along with me, please do. It's a psalm of David. It starts, The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Rest in peace, Dad. Love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you're able to stand and remain standing for United States Marine Corps honors, please also prepare yourselves for the rifle volleys. They are allowed. Please prepare the children as well.
Attention!
now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude our service here at Quantico National Cemetery. For those of you not aware, our hours of operation are sunup to sundown every day of the year. If you look online, it does say Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. That's just our admin building, that's not the cemetery. You don't need a pass or to show ID or anything like that. You come and go as you please to visit your loved ones laid to rest here. We do ask at this time that you please return to your vehicles and drive safely home.